once again. It's 5:30 in the capital city and time to rally round the TV set. Move across the streets of our town as we play Baton Rouge, the capital city's only game show. We welcome now the star of We Play Baton Rouge, Pat, don't hit that buzzer, Shingleton.
Well, how are you? And welcome to another edition of We Spray and Play Baton. Did I say We Spray? I'm in trouble now. We Play Baton Rouge, folks, and yes, we have something a little bit different tonight. Most of the times, our contestants on We Play Baton Rouge go through a very extensive screening process. They are tested. They have a general knowledge test. We have personal interviews with them. Tonight, we've done the same thing, but our contestants tonight are going to be selected randomly from our studio audience. We call it the We Pick 'em night. We'll do that in just a second. But as always, we start the game with the explanation of the rules. If you haven't seen our game before, take a look at the game board. Here you'll see, folks, a bunch of categories that will randomly appear as our particular board here moves. And when that stops, our contestants have the option, for example, of picking movies, schools, or the mixed bag. Upon the selection of the category, I in turn ask them the question. Now, if they successfully answer the question, they'll move across a series of well-known Baton Rouge streets. Now, you've heard of Jefferson Highway, College Drive, Acadian, Park. All of those could give a correct answer and get the street. But should you hear this sound, that indicates an incorrect answer and means that the contestant gets the opportunity of taking either that same question or it's back to the game board for another category and then moving across east. Now, Channel 2 is located right on Highland, and the contestant reaching there first is the winner. Over on this side, we have Perkins, Lee Drive, Stanford, Dalrymple, and also Texas Street, then over Highland to the studios of TV2. Now, as we mentioned, we have tonight our We Pick 'em night. That means we're going to pick 'em right now. Let's go to Steve Earle and see what he has to say. Steve?
Leanne Dyer, get your you-know-what up to the
Pat,
game
we
board.
have something different on We Play Baton Rouge tonight. In our studio audience are a bunch of eligible contestants.
Oh.
Now, from all of them, we will select two. We call it our Pick 'em night.
Yeah, I already said
Here
that,
now
Steve.
is the selection of contestant number one.
Leanne Dyer, get your you-know-what up
Where's
to the game
Dyer?
board.
You are Leanne Dyer. You come right up here, Leanne Dyer. Hi, Leanne Dyer. Now, Leanne Dyer, we want you to verify that you knew of no way that you were going to be on this show up until this very moment. Now, the question we have is, do you have to go to the restroom? Just kidding, Leanne. Now, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
Here, Baton
Here in
Rouge.
Baton Rouge, and you live on what street?
North Firewood.
That's okay, Leanne. Look, don't be nervous. I am really nervous. Just take your time. How many hands?
One.
Almost got it. No. And then what, are you a housewife or what do you do?
Housewife, part-time secretary, and I teach dancercise.
Well, great. You going to do some dancercise
No.
for So much for that question. Okay, now, you are our first We Pick 'em contestant. We go now again to Steve Earle. Steve, who else?
Our second contestant could be in rows numbered 1, 3, or 5.
1, 3, or 5.
Here now is contestant number 2. on
Faye
We
Gilmer,
Pick 'em night.
Faye Gilmer, get yours up here, too.
Who?
Faye Gilmer.
Faye Gilmer. Boy, I'll tell you, oh boy. Hi, Faye. Nice to meet you. Now, do you know Leanne by any chance? You know Leanne? How do you know Leanne?
We're friends.
I made her come.
She made me come.
She made you come down
She
here
made me
today.
come, yes.
Okay, now you live on the same street, obviously?
No.
Where do you live? I mean.
I don't know.
Okay, you have an option. You can either live on Perkins, Lee, Stanford, Dalrymple. Pick your street and we'll move you. No, that's okay. Take your time. Now, you live on what street?
Justin.
Justin Street. Is that far from where you live, Leanne?
It's pretty good piece.
Isn't that a coincidence? So you're both friends and you know one another. Well, I'll tell you what, you two could be in a big fight by the end of this game. But you're familiar with the rules of We Play Baton Rouge, and we, of course, will brief you on them again during our commercial break. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take that commercial break, and when we return, we'll toss the coin, we'll pick our living room players, and Leanne, and your first name was? Faye. Leanne and Faye. Boy, Pat's real quick today. Leanne and Faye will be competing on We Pick 'em night. You guys pick a good seat. We'll return with the first round of We Play Baton Rouge right after this. Okay. All righty, welcome back. We begin our game with a coin toss before we toss those categories. Faye and Leanne, I'm going to flip this coin. Why don't you call it, Leanne?
Tails.
As you can see, is heads. And Faye, you've won the coin toss. You've opted to do what?
I'll take the first question.
You're going to get the first question. Leanne, you're okay right here moving across these streets. Is that right? We have one thing we want to ask. Where is the speech and drama class of St. Joe's Academy? Are they here? Boy, I'll tell you. Oh, we forgot the living room players. We got to do the living room players. Faye, we ask you to reach in there and pull out a name for our living room players and read that name if you will.
Mr. Brent Brasso.
Yeah, Mr. Brent, he lives in Denham Springs, Rod 4, Box 517. Okay, you'll be playing for Brent too, and if you happen to win, Brent will win 4 dinners to Vince Sotil's restaurant. And you'd reach in there and pick one. And Leanne, should you win, then this gentleman, or whoever this might be, who is that?
D. Edwards.
I'm sorry, D. Edwards, where she live? Holden. How about that? Holden, Louisiana, Route 1. If Leanne,
Gotcha.
it does, she says, I never miss a show. Love, Pat Shingleton. I'll be out to your house later, D. Edwards. Okay, if you win, Leanne, then, of course, D. Edwards will receive 4 dinners from Vince Sotil's. And Bob Jolly's going to hold on to those. And we're almost ready to go, so let's go ahead and get ready for round 1 here on WePlay Baton Rouge. Let's go and get them. Okay. Faye, you're familiar with the rules of our game on We Pick 'em Night. If you turn your attention to the game board now, we'll spin the categories. Now, when the drum stops and when we finish our 8-second spin, you have the option of selecting places, comics, and words for your first category and hopefully your first street.
I don't want any of them.
Okay, under the I don't want any of them category, we have this question.
I'll take comics.
Okay, here it is, comics, and listen to this question, Faye. Joe is his first name. His last name is prize fight slang for a third-rate boxer. He's a cartoon. What is it?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Okay, back to Leanne. Leanne, according to the rules, you can take this question or you can go back to the game board for another category.
I'll go back to the game
I know
board.
it now.
I'm sorry, Faye. According to our rules, now here's the end. You know it was Palooka. Joe
Yeah.
Palooka was the cartoonist. So it's back to Leanne. We'll go to the game board for you. Let's spin the categories again. After that 8-second spin, when it stops, Leanne, you have the option to select things, music, people.
I'll take things.
Things it is. Listen to this question. Under things, Leanne, George K. Anderson invented this item that is used inside the typewriter to imprint images. What did George K. Anderson invent?
The keyboard?
Incorrect answer. Now, you can take this question, Faye, or back to the game board.
No way.
No way on it. It's the typewriter ribbon. George K. Anderson invented the typewriter ribbon. So we're still no streets left. It's back to you, Faye, back to the game board. Let's go to it. Let's see what happens. We offer this time for your selection. You can pick, Faye, on We Pick 'em Night, places, comics, and words.
Again. Oh.
What do you think?
Comics again.
Comics again. Here's your question for your first street. This detective action strip was created by Chester Gould in 1931. His cartoons emphasized truth, justice, law, and order. He married Tess Trueheart. Can you name the comic strip?
Why do I do this? I don't know it. I don't know it.
You don't know that
Can
one?
I hear that again?
Yes, you sure can. This detective action strip was created by Chester Gould in 1931. His cartoons emphasized truth, justice, law, and order. He married Tess Trueheart. Can you name the comic strip?
Superman.
Incorrect answer, Leanne. You can take this question.
I'll try it.
Okay, here it is. Once again, detective action strip was created by Chester Gould, 1931. It emphasized truth, justice, law, and order. He married Tess Trueheart. Who do you think it is?
Is it Dick Tracy?
That's right. You've got Jefferson. Dick Tracy it is. Back over to you, Faye. It's your turn again. Let's go to the game board. Sure. After she gets it, then you get an option to go back and to the game board and get into another street. So we find movies there, schools mixed bag. What do you think?
Oh, mixed bag.
Mixed bag it is. Here's your question. Anything could appear in the mixed bag, and it happens to be this. In the mixed bag, Faye, we find fairy tales. In the Arabian Nights, a poor woodcutter gains access to stolen treasure with the magic words abracadabra. Name him. Is it Houdini, Alibaba, Sinbad, or Pinocchio?
Alibaba.
That's right. You've got Perkins. It is Alibaba in the 43. On We Pick 'em night, we have Leanne on Jefferson heading for college. Faye, you've got your first street. You're on Perkins. We're going to move now to some commercial messages. More of We Play Baton Rouge right after this.
Travel arrangements for WePlay Baton Rouge are provided by American Airlines. American Airlines, doing what we do best.
Once again, We Pick 'em night on WePlay Baton Rouge. We have Faye going against Leanne on our We Pick 'em. We have randomly selected these two contestants from our studio audience. When we left, you were on Perkins heading for Lee, and I believe it is now Leanne's turn. Is that correct? Asking the judge, it is this. Affirmative. Yes, Leanne, it is your turn. Jefferson is the street you're on. You're heading to college. Take a look at the game board now. Let's offer these categories for you, and you have the option of picking places, comics, and words.
Comics.
Comics it is. Here is the question. She never goes out without applying her beauty wart. Her junk mail is addressed ugly occupant. What comic strip character are we talking about?
Is it Broomhilda?
You got it. You're on college. It is Broomhilda, and Faye, you're now on Perkins heading for Lee. Let's head back to that game board for you. The categories spin. After that spin, they'll lock in, and when they stop, go ahead, Faye, and select.
TV.
TV it is. Here is the question for your second street. Currently, the host of television's #1 game show, this English comedian started his television career as the character Newkirk on the popular situation comedy Hogan's Heroes. For your second street, can you name him?
Richard Dawson.
That's exactly right. You've got Lee.
Hey, I knew one.
I thought it was Pat Shingleton. Oh, well, it's back over to you, Leanne. Locked in at 2 and 2. We go back to the game board for you here on We Pick 'em night. We find for you that the offerings are places. Comics pops up again, so does words.
Let's go with comics.
Comics it is. It did good last time with Broomhilda. Let's see what happens. The ostrich in this comic strip was named Ruby. The star of the strip had googly eyes. Can you name the comic strip?
I think this is before my time. Repeat it.
Okay, the ostrich in this comic strip was named Ruby. The star of the strip had googly eyes. Can you name the comic strip?
I can't.
It's not I can't. That's the incorrect answer. Faye, you can take the question or it's back to the game board.
I don't want it.
Okay, the answer is it's none other than Barney Google with the
It's
googly
before your
eyes.
time. That's before my time.
Well, you know what? It's before my time, too. So how about that? That's what happens when we play Baton Rouge. So it's back over to you, Faye. Let's go to the game board. You're on Lee, heading for Stanford. Holy mackerel, Andy. Let's see what comes up this time. Things, music, and people. What do you think of those categories, Faye?
They stink.
Things is
I'll
kind
take
of like
things.
persons, places, things.
Okay, things.
Things it is. Listen to this thing question. You're heading for Stanford, and we find that this product was started by Sir Henry Cole in 1843. He commissioned Colcott Horsley to design this card to be sent to friends and relatives. Can you name this product?
Are you speaking Latin? Can you tell me?
Let me ask again. Listen very carefully. This product, under the things, it's products, and this product was started by Sir Henry Cole in 1843. He commissioned Colcott Horsley to design this card to be sent to friends and relatives. Can you name this product?
Christmas card?
That's right. You've got Stanford. And it's back over to Leanne on college heading for Acadian. Head back to the game board with us, Leanne. Let's spin. Here we find for you that we're offering these particular categories. Select from places, comics pops up again, and so does words. Is the category.
I'm going to stick with comics.
Comics has been good to you. Let's see what happens. Under comics, in the comic strip Beetle Bailey, who was the company cook?
Cook?
Company cook. What was his name?
I figure cook. I don't know.
Is cook an acceptable answer? It is. It's Cookie. You've got Acadian. Cook or Cookie is the acceptable answer. A lot of times you see on Beetle, they'll say cook. So we're locked in at 3 and 3. Let's go back to the game board again, Faye. On We Pick 'em night, we find that you're on Stanford heading to the game board. Let's spin the category and see what pops up this time. We offer this time as they randomly mix things, music, people again.
I'll take things.
Things it is. Listen to this question. They're ridged, flavored, canned, and sacked. George Crumb created this snack. Can you name this product?
Potato chips.
The potato chip is right. You've got Dalrymple. Now the potato chip, the first person he served them to was Cornelius Vanderbilt. That's way before my time.
Yeah.
That was many, many moons ago. Faye, you're on Dalrymple. You're heading for Texas, just 2 streets to go before reaching the studios of TV2. Leanne, you got Park, you got East, then Highland, then to the studios of TV2. We've selected these contestants randomly from our studio audience on We Pick 'em Night, and we'll be back to tell you about it right after this.
You know, there's no charge for admission to the studios of TV2. Join us when we play by calling 925-8295. Back to the game. Here's Pat.
Okay, thanks a lot, Steve Earle. I would like to make mention we have Pack 125, the Cub Scouts from Estruma in our studio audience. You guys give yourselves a round of applause there. And right over here we have Troop 370. We have the Brownies here. You girls give yourselves a round of applause, okay? And the Baton Rouge speech group, get out. Just kidding, kids, just kidding. Okay, when we left, whose turn was it?
Judge, Leanne.
Leanne, it is your turn. You're on Acadian heading to Park. Go back to the game board, Leanne. We're in the final round of our We Pick 'em Night. What will happen is you find this time the categories are television, words, and music.
I'll take TV.
TV it is. Here is your question for Park. What was the name of Control's canine agent in the TV series Get Smart? Was it Fido, Fang, Lassie, or Rover?
Fang.
Fang is right. You've got Park. He was also referred to as K-13. That's another fine mess. Okay, it's back over to you, Faye. You're on Dalrymple heading for Texas, just 2 streets back. We find this time that the categories are spinning, and as they spin, they offer the movies, and you can select from schools or you can select from the mixed bag, which is a conglomeration of many categories combined into one.
I'll take mixed bag.
Mixed bag it is. Here is the question under mixed bag. In the mixed bag, we find the category of sandwiches. According to the experts at Gourmet Deli in Forest Hills, New York, is the top deli sandwich roast beef, ham and cheese, turkey, or corned beef, or pastrami?
Who cares?
No, it is not. Now, the Who Cares sandwich is a special sandwich that has, well, anyway.
Well, who's deciding this?
This is the Gourmet Deli in Forest Hills. They conducted a survey, and the experts, according to the Gourmet Deli in Forest Hills, New York, is the top sandwich roast beef, ham and cheese, turkey, corned beef, or pastrami?
Roast beef.
That's right. You got Texas. You see, you never know what question may come out of the mixed bag, Faye. So it is right. You've got Texas. And it's back to Leanne. Leanne, just 1 street behind Faye on Park looking for East. Look now to that game board. We find the game board moving. We also find that you may select from TV, words, music.
TV.
TV it is. Here is your question. On television, this actor left the Andy Griffith Show to join the Marines. Name either the actor or the character that he played.
Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors is right, and you got East. Jim Neighbors, or better known as Golly, Gomer Pyle. So it's back to you, Faye. You're on Texas, 1 street to go before reaching the studios of TV2. We're tied up on We Pick 'em Night. Our 2 contestants were randomly selected. We find Louisiana, people, and sports. You can randomly select one of those categories.
Louisiana.
Louisiana is. Faye picks Louisiana. We pick this question. Under Louisiana, Faye, what year did Baton Rouge become the state capital?
I wished I knew.
And don't tell me it was way before your time.
It was. Oh, 1852.
Sorry, incorrect answer. Leanne, the question, back to the game board.
I'll take it.
Back to the game board is. It was state capital. The year Baton Rouge became a state capital was 1849. You missed it by 3 years. So it's back to the game board for you, Leanne. We're on East heading for the studios of TV2. We find right now at a 5-5 tie, things, music, and people.
Things.
Leanne selects things. We find this question under things. Why is it necessary, under things we find products, why is it necessary for rice to be irrigated other than making the crop grow?
Repeat it one more time.
Okay. Why is it necessary for rice to be irrigated other than just letting or making the crop grow?
So it won't dry out?
Incorrect answer. Faye, question back to the game board. They do it to control the weeds. To control the weeds. So it's back to the game board for you. The show that informs and entertains. It's back to the game board. We find the category spinning, and we find this time, as our living room players are finding out who will win, places, comics, and words.
Places.
Places it is. Here's the question. The old governor's mansion was modeled after what very famous Washington, D.C. building? Faye, answer the question. You win the game, and it goes back to Leanne.
We are in trouble. I don't know.
Not even a guess?
The old?
Okay, once again, the old governor's mansion was modeled after what very famous Washington, D.C. building?
The White House.
What did she say? Faye. That's a correct answer. Come on, Faye. Come on. You knew that the whole time. She knew that the whole time, didn't she, Leanne? Gee whiz. Hey, you see, that wasn't randomly selected the contestants. Why? Hey, you did good. You won. Now, Leanne should be embarrassed. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Leanne, listen, we have a nice gift that I think that you're going to enjoy. And we'll do the living room players in just a second. But for you, let's go now to Steve Areno, Earl Linsky, and your gift today. Steve?
Your prize package tonight on Pick'em Night includes a gift certificate. Not just any gift certificate, it's the New Generation gift certificate. This $50 gift certificate entitles you to anything in the superstore for the 80s. New Generation, headquarters for low prices and all your audio-video needs. New Generation, Florida Boulevard in Tigertown, your superstore for the 80s. After your shopping spree at New Generation, it's dinner for two at Vince O'Teal's. Yes, you and your guest will enjoy the intimacy of Vince O'Teal's for that ultimate dining experience. Scrumptious food, along with dining and dancing in the Venetian Room. Vince O'Teal's Restaurant, 18811 Highland Road. All this from New Generation and Vince O'Teal's Restaurant.
How about that, Leanne? On a wee pick'em night, that wasn't bad. You're going to Vince O'Teal's for dinner, and you're also going to have the $50 gift certificate. And as far as our living room player, D. Edwards, that's what happens when we play Baton Rouge, but we will be sending you the WePlay Baton Rouge brick and a shirt and a hat, and also I will be out to see you, D. Thanks very much, Leanne, for being on WePlay Baton Rouge. You stay right there. And here is your WePlay Baton Rouge hat and shirt. And back over to Faye. Faye, that wasn't that bad a game to play, was it?
No, it wasn't.
You moved across the streets pretty fast. We go now again to Steve Earle. Steve's going to tell us what you've won today.
When we pick you, you pick the right categories, answered the right questions, and moved to the studios of TV2 at the right time. Well, your first prize isn't right just yet, but it will be. You've won a $300 gift certificate from the Unfinished Furniture Centers on Airline Highway and Greenville Springs Road. The Unfinished Furniture Centers not only offer quality solid home wood furnishings, but a trained staff to instruct you in this fun-filled experience. Your second prize is finished and ready when you are. We're sending you and your guests to... You'll leave Baton Rouge in a brand new Buick from Miller Terrell Buick. Yes, a gorgeous Buick rental car is yours for the weekend. 2 nights are yours as you enjoy the finest hotel in NATCHEZ, the NATCHEZ EOLA Hotel, presenting the charm of the Old South with superior service in a uniquely beautiful setting. All from the NATCHEZ EOLA, Miller Terrell Buick, and American International Travel. Travel from here in Baton Rouge and wherever you want to be tomorrow.
Now, Faye, I'll tell you something. The NATCHEZ EOLA up there in Natchez, Mississippi, it is absolutely beautiful. You'll love it up there. They give you a tour of the antebellum homes, and it's kind of a different area from what we're accustomed to like down here, but you'll really enjoy that. And you also enjoy the other gift, too, from the good people at Unfinished Furniture. You know, I got a rocker out there one day, and I've been off my rocker ever since. But anyway, Faye, thanks for being with us on We Pick 'em Night on WePlay Baton Rouge. And as far as our living room players, Brent Brasso, I think that was his name, huh? Yeah. Faye is going to personally deliver to you. You've won dinner for 4 people at Vince Sotil, so I think you're going to enjoy that on our living room players. Here is also your hat and shirt. And we thank you for being with us. We thank our living room players for being with us, for the people at home, and especially the girls from St. Joe's Academy, Brownie Pack 370, 125 Cubs back over here, and everybody else. Pat Shingleton saying no matter what game you're playing, you play it the best you can.
We Play Baton Rouge is a Pat Shingleton production made in association with WBRZ TV2. Eyewitness News is up next, and join us next Saturday at 5:30 when...
Hey, something a little different on We Play Baton Rouge this week, folks. What we've done is we've randomly selected 2 contestants from our studio audience. We call it We Pick 'em Night. You pick a good seat, because we're going to have a good show for you. That's Saturday, 5:30, TV2 for We Play Baton Rouge. You picked the station. We picked the contestants from our studio audience. We Play Baton Rouge, Saturday, 5:30, TV2.